New data shows just how dire the drought is in Colorado. 97% of our state is in a drought, with 80% experiencing severe or exceptional drought conditions.
This is now the hottest year on record and one of the driest, with more than 4 inches less precipitation than the historical average. Your political reporter Sean Boyd traveled to the western slope, where it's especially bad.
Sean, farmers and ranchers are really desperate right now.
Many are having to make some very difficult decisions. Across the state, ditches, streams, and creeks are dry, pastures are parched, and hay at a premium. While ranchers typically sell cattle in October, this year there's been an early sell-off, not only of calves, but breeding cows, which has long-term implications. Beef is the state's biggest ag export, and beef herds are the smallest they've been in 75 years.
Normally this reservoir is plumb full all the way until the 1st of August. I've never seen it this low.
A fifth-generation Coloradan, Doug Bruchet, barely recognizes the place he's farmed and ranched for decades. Record-high heat has scorched the land, and record-low snowpack starved streams and reservoirs.
And normally this creek is absolutely ripping water, and that's what we got.
Across the state, stream flows are the second lowest on record. Bruchet says his ranch in Kremling received less than an inch of rain in June.
Before that, I cannot remember the last time it's rained or snowed.
Grand County is among the areas hardest hit by the drought, as evidenced by Williams Fork Reservoir.
The point of reservoirs like Williams Fork is they're really like our plan B for really bad drought situations. We are full-scale plan B right now, and there is no plan C.
And it's only July. Bruchet worries he'll soon run out of water and feed for his 350 cows and calves. The U.S. Cattle Report ranks Colorado's pasture conditions the worst in the country right now. Bruchet and his neighbors have been experimenting with crops that use less water.
It should be about more than knee height.
They're struggling too. He planted 80% less hay, and prices have doubled. He says he may have to ship his calves to a feedlot in Iowa.
As we assess our grass situation coming into the fall, if we need less mouths, that's the easiest thing to do, is put cattle on a semi and send them somewhere where there is grass.
Other ranchers are selling early. Jerry Gunderson, a fourth-generation rancher in Fruita, had 230 cows and is now down to 60.
There's realities. There's, your ledgers and everything. You got to do it, right? Sometimes you have to let go of something to maintain the overall operation.
He admits it will take years to rebuild. He'd like the federal government to help with low-interest loans. Instead, it's offering Colorado and other upper basin states $100 million to pay farmers to take land out of production. The Colorado Water Conservation Board needs to approve the program here. Director Lauren Riss says participation would be voluntary.
We're not talking about permanently drying up fields or, requiring people to forego using their water rights through this type of a program.
The Bureau of Reclamation says states would be able to bank any water they conserve in Lake Powell.
It's $1 billion problem. It's not a $100 million problem.
A problem that impacts the entire state. And yet CBS Colorado has discovered dozens of northern Colorado communities, including most of Weld and all of Larimer, Morgan, Sedgwick, and Washington counties, have voluntary or no watering restrictions.
I mean, somebody was tracking that, but
Senator Dylan Roberts plans to bring a bill that ensures everyone conserves.
We need to work on making sure that everyone is accountable, and when we're in these drought crises, that there are requirements that every part of the state needs to comply with, not just voluntary. Collectively, all of those savings do help and do make a difference. Even if it's 3%, 4% savings, we are so on the margin right now this summer. We need that 2%. We need that 3% to just keep rivers flowing.
This fight is not about East Slope versus West Slope or urban versus rural. We need all hands on deck to try and save as much water as we possibly can.
Many Colorado farms have smaller crops this year, which could impact not only the price of food, but the state economy. Ag is Colorado's second biggest economic driver. That's not all. Our biggest reservoirs in the high country are at or near historic lows, and several of them generate hydroelectric power. If those power sources go down, electric bills could also go up. Then there's Green Mountain Reservoir. It supplies drinking water to 300 communities in Summit, Grand, Eagle, Garfield, and Mesa counties, and it's at just 21% of capacity. Kremling would have lost drinking water if a local rancher hadn't donated his water. You know, it is really hard to overstate how dire it is on the West Slope, and hard to reconcile that with all the communities on the Front Range who have no or voluntary restrictions.
Yeah, we really need to change the way we look at it, right? State as a whole, and not as our individual communities.
Right, and people think, you know, oh, it's just a little bit. No, every little bit right now helps, truly.
Chef Sean, thank you for that.